Hey everyone, Robbie the Painter here. We're going to take a look at the paintbrushes today. What I use and what you're going to need to paint along with me. So let's take a look at the paintbrushes. Okay, we're going to look at brushes now. And I have some of the main brushes that I use and you'll use when we do our oil paintings. Don't think we're going to need much more than this. So, and I'll narrow it down. If you can only afford like 5, I'll show you the basics here. So we've got some fan brushes here, various sizes. If I was going to pick one, I'd pick the one in the middle. It's not too small, not too big. And this is a Bob Ross fan brush, but you can buy any brand of fan brush. Here's a liner brush. This is for our detail. Here's a small filbert. Here's a little wider filbert, flat brush. Palette knife. Now I've got other palette knives of different brands, and these are for mixing, and also when we're painting we'll be using these. I personally like the Bob Ross to mix my paints and also to do the painting. Here's a 1-inch round brush. It could be a 1-inch flat brush, but I like the 1-inch brush. We're going to be using these for our bushes and stuff like that. Here's a 2-inch flat brush. Going to be using this a lot. Here's a brand new one I haven't even used yet. We'll set that aside. If I was going to, just the basics, this is what I would use. So if you need to pick up just the basics, here's your fan brush, a liner brush, maybe a filbert, and your palette knife, 1-inch, 2-inch. That's it. And these are different brands. This is a Highline. Like I said, I've got a Bob Ross. This is, where did I see it? Got Artist Loft and different brushes. Whatever you can afford, you can find them on Amazon, your local hobby store if you want to buy them individually. Let me show you here too, if you want to buy a kit. If you can find all these in a kit, that's great. You may find a kit with all those in. I bought this little liner brush kit, and I think it was under $20, and it's got various size liner brushes. Liner brushes tend to get frayed sometimes, and then they're not as good for your detail. So I wanted a bunch of them so that I always had a good liner brush to use. So there's another choice. But there we go. There's our brushes.